I'm Maxim from Versa, and in this video we are going to review EIP implementation in Versa SASE solution. EIP stands for Endpoint Information Profile, and it is a security function that can classify endpoints based on multiple types of endpoint posture information. EIP feature delivered as part of Versa SASE solution within VSPA or VSIA bundle. In this video, I will focus on EIP feature as part of authentication process, while we can go ahead and similarly leverage its benefits as part of internet access rules or even private data access control. We will learn how to configure EIP profile and policies using Versa Concerto self-management portal. I will demonstrate how to use Versa predefined EIP objects and additionally will create custom EIP object to reveal the power of flexibility available for you to enforce desired security posture. Endpoint information ensures that remote hosts maintain and comply to enterprise security standards before they access your network resources. You need to have Versa SASE client installed on the end host devices, which will help to collect desired information such as the latest security patches or antivirus definitions installed, verify if it has latest OS patches, ensure that non-compliant applications are not running, and many more. Collected data SASE client will securely pass to your SASE gateway, where configured security policy will take a desired action. In addition, Versa Analytics will provide a granular reporting within the same management interface. Before we begin, let's take a quick look on how EIP implementation increases security posture for any business vertical. As of today, we all rely on two-factor authentication, which prevents unauthorized access to your organization. It works well for user identity. But what about your endpoint device compliance within defined security framework? So, as user registrates or connects to enterprise network, as part of authentication process, SASE client will receive EIP agent configuration from the portal. Then it will collect and publish endpoint details to Versa SASE gateway, where those will be validated against defined security compliance rules of your organizations. As simple as that, right? Let's go ahead and check how to configure EIP profile and apply it as part of authentication policy. So let me go to my Concerto interface, and first let's create endpoint profiles that we need. In this case, my goal is to reject any endpoint device that has TeamViewer installed. Also, I like to verify that Avast antivirus is installed and properly running on the system, then I will allow access. And lastly, if this antivirus is not installed or not working, I want to reject access to my corporate network. For Avast antivirus, I will use custom EIP object. To create this, we go to Configure, Settings, Endpoint Information Profile, and we select EIP objects. Here we can make use of predefined EIP objects, or we can create our own user-defined objects. To create our own, I click Add. I say it is Avast AV object. Category is anti-malware. And I want to verify it is installed. I want to verify it is running as an example, and I want to verify this is Avast software and product Avast free antivirus in my case. I also want to verify, for example, major version of this release. And I click Add. So my object is created. Next, again, I can use predefined Versa EIP profiles, or I can create my own user-defined profile. For both Avast and TeamViewer, I will use my own profiles. So I go ahead and create a new one. Here I add a new rule, TeamViewer, and I add object from category remote control. And in this case, I will use Versa predefined EIP object. So I select TeamViewer, click on Add and Add. Then I click Next and I give my profile name. This will be TeamViewer profile and click Save. Another profile for Avast. Again, I click Add. I select Avast AV profile. I click add, category anti-malware, and in this case I want to use my own object that I just created, and add. Then I click next, and my profile name will be Avast profile, and save. Then we can go ahead and create our secure client access rules. So first one, I would like to verify that TeamViewer is not installed. So if TeamViewer is installed, I will deny access. Let's go. I will use operating system is Windows, so I can select Windows here. This will be applicable for all users, and now we are on endpoint information profile configuration. So I have user defined. We also can make use of predefined, Versa predefined EIP profiles. In this case, I add my profile for TeamViewer that we just created, and I click OK. Next, next. I don't need to verify anything else. So my rule here, traffic action. I want to deny if TeamViewer is installed. And if TeamViewer is installed, the message that I give to a user will be, please remove Team Viewer application to get access to Versa networks. Okay, I click next, review and configure. I give it a name, deny Team Viewer, and I can review my configuration and click save. Here it gives me also an option to download my Versa Secure Access client. In this case, I don't need it. Go ahead and I can keep creating my rules. So I go to configure, secure client, and policy rule. And I will create a new rule. Operating system Windows. Click next, all users, and EAP profile. So again, I will use my user-defined profile. I select for Avast. So if Avast profile is there, I click next, next, and traffic action, welcome to Versa networks. And I will allow access, and I select that all the traffic should go through my secure access gateway when user goes to internet. Then I click next. I select both my gateways. Next, nothing else I need to do. Here under agent profile. So typically we can use here predefined profile for agent. This is information what we are looking to get from the SASE client. So I will use predefined, and we can use like Versa recommended profile. So this will basically send us every information about the client. But we can also specify some other informations like anti-malware category. So we are interested to get information about antivirus only. But in my case, I will use Versa recommended because I want to get information about TeamViewer, about Windows operating system, about antivirus, and so on. We can review here what information we will get. Click next, give it a name, allow access, and we can review configuration and click save. And the rule order here is important, so system will propose me where to put this rule. I want to put this rule as last one because if user will have TeamViewer, I don't care about antivirus, I don't allow him to connect to my network. Then if it does not have TeamViewer, I will allow access. By default, every other access will be denied, but I can also create another rule where I match everything. And I'm doing this just to have some nice message. For example, what I can do, I can say deny and please install proper antivirus software before you can connect to Versa networks. So this message, I want to customize this message if a user does not have proper antivirus software installed. And I give it a name, deny access, and save. Again, this rule will be the last one. Click save, so they analyzed in order. And lastly, I need to publish my configuration. I click publish and publish to my gateways. So configuration publish completed. Let's go ahead and verify. So first I will go to my laptop with TeamViewer installed on it to verify my first rule. Let me try to register here. I give my SASE FQDN, enterprise name, username, click submit. It takes me to authentication. I give a password and authentication successful, but my SASE gateway says, please remove TeamViewer application to get access to Versa networks. So it is not allowed to connect to Versa with TeamViewer installed. Let me go ahead and remove this application. So I removed my TeamViewer and let me give it a try again. I open SASE client and register, give enterprise name, username, and it takes me to authentication profile. And authentication successful, but please install proper antivirus software before you can connect to Versa networks. So my first rule doesn't hit because I don't have TeamViewer installed. My second rule does not hit because I don't have a proper antivirus software installed. So I go ahead and hit my third rule where system inform me that I need to have antivirus software installed. Let me switch to another laptop, and here I have Avast Free Antivirus installed. I don't have TeamViewer, so let me go ahead and register with this new organization from this laptop. I click registration, it's connecting, and takes me to authentication. Authentication successful. And welcome to Maxim. So I was able to register because I have my endpoint device posture successful. Let me go ahead and try to connect to my new organization where I just registered. So I click connect. It's connecting to my organization, selected based gateway, and now I'm connected. It says welcome to Maxim organization. In this video, we learned about EIP feature and how to implement it to strengthen your security. I hope this was informative for you. Thank you for watching.